Hi, welcome to Laura's Fundora. Today I'm going to show you how I made these rubies from not Lord of the Rings, oh my goodness, from Zelda. So my daughter's having a birthday coming up and she wanted a Zelda themed, Breath of the Wild themed birthday party. So I thought it would be really fun to do a treasure hunt with these rubies. So what you're going to do is you're going to get an image from Google and you're going to make the image as big as you want. I did it about a handful size, probably 3 inches across and 5 inches tall. Ruby, print that out for your pattern, cut it out, and then you're going to trace 3 of those for 1 ruby. You're going to have a middle ruby and then the front and the back side. So I suggest making a bunch of groupings of 3 from to make just a bunch for the treasure chest. We got to have a lot. So in this little box that I had, it was able to make about 11 rubies. Okay, so with one of the rubies, you're going to cut the inside ruby shape to figure out where you're going to cut and make the angles of the ruby. So after you cut the inside out, you're going to trace that on 2 of the shapes, the front and the back, and then you're going to cut it out. So I cut it out with an X-Acto knife and a ruler. Be super safe with this. Be super careful with this. Then once you cut it out, you're going to cut on the lines going into the ruby to create the angle. So I took my ruler and I was able to bend the cardboard to create the perfect straight bend of all the angles of the ruby. You might have to cut a little extra on the angles so you don't have a weird shaped corner. Okay, now it's on to the gluing and the taping part. So you're going to just cut some strips of cardboard. You're going to place the strip of cardboard on the inside of the sides of cardboard like so. And then you're going to fold those bends that we created to the center cardboard. And if the center cardboard is larger, I just trimmed it down with some scissors. So after you hot glue it, you're going to get some tape and tape it down just for more secure so the tape doesn't pop open or anything like that. Okay, now it is on to the paper mache. So as you can see, I have made all my 11 rubies, and this is just probably the first batch that I'm going to make. And you're going to mix some Elmer's glue, half and half, so half Elmer's glue with half water, and mix that to create the glue part of the paper mache. I'm going to dip newspaper in it and wrap the rubies all the way around, and you're going to set aside to dry. And I had to flip over the rubies a couple times so that they dried evenly on both sides. Then the next step is painting it. So I did a white coat paint first so that I wouldn't have any newspaper poking out of the color that I'm putting after the white paint. You're going to set this aside to dry and then do the color layer of paint, acrylic paint. I just had 2 colors of green, a dark green and a lighter green, and then with some white paint, I made the lighter shades of green. So each section of the diamond has a different shade of green. Then to give it more definition, of course you're going to paint the other side the same way, but to give it more definition, you're going to take a marker of a darker shade of the color of ruby you're making and create the lines where the edges are of the ruby. As you can see, I have made some purple ones, and I'm making some silver ones, and probably a gold one. And that's how I made the rubies from Zelda. Now, at this point, you could either finish this point or you could clear coat it with a clear coat spray or some resin. I'm thinking I'm going to probably do a clear coat to kind of give it that ruby shine. And that is how I made. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more videos like this.
Da, 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 da. Yeah!